Hey, I have a second channel. Cube Comp MTDX.
Hey everybody. So last year when Windows 11 was announced and its minimum hardware requirements were also announced, I had some suspicion that Windows 11 could be the next Windows Vista by low adoption rates or what have you. Particularly because Windows 11 has really artificially high system requirements, even though the OS will pretty much run on anything that Windows 10 could run on 64-bit, but it won't officially install on hardware that is not Intel 8th gen or later or Ryzen 2000 series or later, with a couple of exceptions here and there. TPM 2.0, secure boot, all that good stuff. So you think about it, a lot of computers out there simply do not meet those requirements, and with the current supply chain issues going on with hardware such as electronic components like chips and things like that, in my opinion, it's not really a good time to be releasing an operating system that's going to be very limited on what it can actually run on, even though testing by myself and others out there have confirmed that Windows 11 can run on a lot more stuff than what those minimum requirements state. Also, when you have things such as Microsoft making it very difficult to change your default browser or change your default programs, which they have walked that back with an update. I'm going to do a video about that here pretty soon. And also just taking out certain customization options, making it more difficult to work with the taskbar, putting the icons in the center instead of the lower left corner, giving you less options when you right click on the taskbar, giving you less options without having to click something first in File Explorer. I mean, just stuff like that. It's certain things that would turn off a lot of people from considering the new OS and just stick with Windows 10. I mean, back when Windows Vista came out, Vista had its own issues. It was very advanced for its time. It was very hardware intensive for its time. A lot of computers out there simply could not run it well. It really took, I'd say, a few years for computers to really catch up. And what I mean by that is by the time Windows 7 come out, computers were basically capable enough to run Windows Vista very well. Vista had issues with drivers upon launch. I mean, Vista had its own issues, and a lot of people stuck with Windows XP because of it. Even though Windows XP was kind of dated in a way, I considered Vista to be, in a way, far superior to Windows XP, but XP was still chosen by many because it was more reliable, and it was a lightweight OS that ran well on a lot of stuff. So, with Windows 11, I happened to see an article published by PCMag.com stating Windows 11 adoption is lower than Windows XP, survey claims. So I'm going to put a link into the video description. That way you can check out this website article. It says the survey comes from Landsweeper, which looked at the usage data from 10 million Windows devices from both consumers and businesses. This was actually published on April 14th of 2022. The survey claims Windows 11 adoption is so low it is actually less popular than the 20-year-old Windows XP. So according to this pie chart, which is on the website, Windows XP has a better share of devices than Windows 11. Windows XP has 1.71% share, while Windows 11 has 1.44%. Windows 8 even has a little better share. Now, I don't know exactly how true this is, but I mean, if that's true, then dang. I mean, Windows 11's been out for quite some time now. Not a full year just yet as of to date, but it's been out for a little while, and just once in a while I'll see, like, for example, out in public, once in a while I'll see a laptop running Windows 11, or come across a desktop that runs Windows 11, But the overwhelming majority of computers I see nowadays are still running Windows 10, because a lot of computers out there simply do not meet the minimum requirements for Windows 11. And even for computers that do meet those requirements, with some of the issues or some of the things that Microsoft pulled with the original Windows 11 launch, like the things I mentioned earlier, like making it more difficult to change your default programs, among other things, it seems like some people probably just did not like the OS and went back to Windows 10. I mean, so yeah, it's also, let me just read an article here. It says it's also important to note that other surveys have found much higher Windows 11 adoption numbers. Last month, the app advertising platform AdDuplex found Windows 11 usage was at 19.4%, although this represented a mere 0.1% growth from the previous month. Meanwhile, the Steam hardware survey from Valve estimates Windows 11 usage has reached 16.8%. So, I guess it really depends on which survey you look at, but again, I mean, so Landsweeper said its own survey comprises 20% enterprise systems and another 8% from consumer machines. Through polling done by the company's Bing Network Security Scanner product, all the data from the survey was collected from aggregated, anonymized data points with user consent, the company added. So yeah, like I say, if this is actually true, then Windows 11 really could be shaping up to be the next Windows Vista. It's really something I've been kind of watching. It'd be interesting to see if Microsoft may consider relaxing those minimum requirements in order to boost the amount of users on Windows 11. And I suspect that maybe it could happen more toward the time that Windows 10 nears its end of support, because the way it's looking like now, I mean, to me, in my opinion, it makes no sense to trash a perfectly good computer just because it doesn't have TPM 2.0 or because it has a first-gen Ryzen CPU. I mean, it makes no sense to just junk a computer like that in 2025. I mean, that's when Windows 10 support ends. So, we'll have to see what happens. Maybe Microsoft will increase the support life of Windows 10, or maybe they'll relax the system requirements for Windows 11. I mean, they already have kind of done that just a little bit. They've added, I think, some first-gen Ryzen CPUs to the supported hardware list. I'm not certain which ones, but it's just, I mean, come 2025, when Windows 10 support comes to a close, or is scheduled to come to a close, Microsoft's going to have a big decision to make. Are they going to just have a bunch of computers sit running on a no longer supported OS, or are they going to consider extending support of Windows 10, kind of like they did with Windows XP, thanks to Windows Vista's poor reception? Who knows? Or maybe they will finally relax the official requirements for Windows 11. I mean, Windows 11, I mean, I've ran it on a netbook, for goodness sake. It will run on a lot of hardware that's out there, older stuff. I mean, UEFI or even classic BIOS. It will run on those kinds of systems too. I mean, I test ran it on the Plexi, which is a classic BIOS system, and of course, netbooks. They don't have UEFI. So, I mean, who knows? If this article is actually, I mean, if whichever survey it was, Landsweeper, if their survey is actually accurate, then that could not be good news for Windows 11. I mean, anyways, that's kind of my opinions there. I just wanted to share that. Again, last year, it's funny, back there in that room back there in this new home, it was back in the summer, I actually shot the video saying how Windows 11 could be the next Vista, and I mean, there's a good chance that that could end up being the truth. Who knows? So anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Well, everybody, that wraps it up for this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like the video, Also, don't forget to subscribe to the computer channel and be sure to tick that bell so you'll get notified when new videos are posted. Also, don't forget I have a whole lot of other interesting videos here on the channel to check out. And also, in addition, I have a second channel, CubeCompMTDX, where I have all sorts of other videos not exactly related to technology. Links to the channels are available at the end of this video. Again, I thank you for your support and thanks for watching this video.